battling a bloodthirsty sea lion trying to save her cub from hunters, Flint, Fafnear, and Khovnos commandeered the hunter's ship, taking it for their own and taking 2 of the crewmates as their own new crewmates. They set sail by course of the Terlix Pearl and Chip to the island of Everbend. When they get there, what will our heroes get into?
We'll put it on the screen.
Where we last left Flint, Fafnear, and Khovnos had just recently commandeered a new vessel via their favorite form, piracy. They helped a traveling crew of hunters take down a sea lion and a sea lion cub, but in the process, instead of actually helping them, they just stole their ship. And that is where we pick up today. Welcome back to the Dungeon Master's Tavern. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can see our faces.
Yay.
For the first time ever. You had to look for the... sad news, everybody. I'm sure you can tell that this lovely man on my right over here is not Dalton.
Yeah,
You don't know that. This is the first one on video.
That's right, you're Dalton.
Oh, this is the first one with video, technically.
Yeah.
Hey guys, it's Dalton here.
Anyway,
Sounds just like you. Uncanny.
this is our newest member of the Dungeon Master's Tavern, Christian. He's a dungeon daddy.
Yeah.
Just got back from Costa Rica.
They called him El Dungeon that day down there.
They called me a Dunhan Papi.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm messing it up.
Why?
There you go.
Don't mess it up.
It's gotta be the quality it's at right now. We set it up in a quick hurry. It'll be better next time.
Christian's like messing with the computer now with his mouse. You want your mouse privileges revoked? Because I'll take them away. All right, anyway.
It's literally Presley.
So we pick back up on the deck of both, not just one, but both of the ships that you have commandeered now. The larger ship that you had previously gotten. Here is where we are standing. All of you guys are... well, aside for Christian's character, which we will get to, you are standing on the deck of this larger ship right here in the middle. You guys have commandeered this larger vessel from your smaller vessel on the side, the skiffer, and you are currently, thanks to the direction of the Terlix Pearl, are heading in a south by southeast direction.
Isn't that the black sphere that I have?
And you have picked up, forcefully, 2 new crewmates.
Was it forcefully? They joined willingly.
Lars did not.
Quite willing. He was quite willing to join.
Chip joined willingly, but
All we had
Lars
to do was throw him overboard.
No, he felt quite willing to join. I'm assured you. He was quite persuaded.
after you threatened him. Anyway. So, we pick up on the deck of this ship with Captain Flint, Fafnear, Khovnos, Chip, and Lars, and you are heading towards the island of Everbend, which you found out from Chip. What do you do? The day is yours.
Okay, so one is Chip, and what's the other one?
Yeah,
Chip
the other
Dale.
one's name is Lars.
Okay, I always call him Dale, but I knew that was his actual name.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that now.
Okay. Alright, so I look over at you. What are you doing? What am I looking? I'm looking for you right now.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around trying to find you. Katoom. 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 Katoom.
Probably just like down below, shaking the orbs, like staring deeply. Just
Okay.
point down.
I'm gonna peek down the stairs and see him doing this, and just pick up a banana from the nearby fruit and throw it at his head.
Okay.
So- Do I roll to hit, I guess?
Yeah. Roll. Roll. I guess an unarmed strike.
So I add strength to that?
Yes.
Okay.
Because you're currently
15?
No.
So it misses.
Yeah. You
Like,
just,
you see a banana sail past you.
I'm still locked.
I'm like, hey boy, get upstairs. You gotta steer the other boat.
I'll walk up. I'll have my punch him in the nut.
Chip looks and he goes, Captain, could I go steer the ship? I've never done anything like that before, though.
I punch him.
I'm like, we lass. And I put my my hand on his shoulder. I'm like, you get to steer the little dinghy. We put him on the little boat. I don't trust him with the big boat.
I wouldn't trust him with the big boat either.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll a.
I'm steering here.
You don't have to now unless you want to.
Um,
We recruited him, so it's up to you if you want.
as
to.
the skipper is
Yeah.
being kind of towed behind this new vessel that you have, you every now and then you kind of feel a little because the skipper, the front bow of the skipper is like hitting into the back of the new one because he's not really.
He's turning it while it's literally just being towed, so he
Yeah.
doesn't have to do anything.
So it's like
okay. That's
he's
amazing.
having a good old time.
We gave him the disconnected controller.
But yeah, he's still messing it up because he turned it on.
So, is there anything that you would like to do while you are traveling to this new island?
Do I need a short rest or anything for health, or since it's a new session, we're just gonna roll with? I'm good.
I think we're just gonna roll with it.
Yeah, then I'm good. We can for brevity's sake just hop there if you're ready.
Right. So, nothing crazy happens on your voyage to this island of Everbend. Its seas are calm.
Only Peach?
I was just sharing. I felt bad because the two of us were like eating the whole bag. You gotta roast me like that. I like peach candy. I'm an old man. Continue.
As you're going, it's very calm, just relaxing. It feels good just to be on the sea on your brand new ship. Not only your brand new ship equipped with 4 cannons and a swivel cannon at the bow. You have a lot more firepower than you used to. The vessel that you are on currently, the bigger one, it was rigged as a hunting vessel, so the swivel cannon at the front of the ship is in fact a harpoon gun, while the rest of the cannons are cannons.
We had 2 small cannons on our ship, didn't we?
Mm-mm.
No. Do we have any?
No, the small ship is just a boat.
Okay.
Like you had no
You're
firepower.
done.
Yeah, you had no firepower on the skipper. It was
I
more.
was just gonna request to move them, so never mind.
Okay. Yeah, no, there was no extra things on the skipper. It was just a boat to get you from point A to point B, which
Went into
it
the
did
nasty candy.
on your
Thank you.
your runnings from the marshal. So, as we get closer to the island, Chip is going to yell out from the back ship. He's going to go, "I think we're getting close, guys!" And Lars is going to go, "I very do wish he would shut up. I don't like hearing him."
I agree.
I'm gonna look back at him.
You're clapping at him. He goes, "What's that for?"
I'm like, you are so observant. I am. I don't know why I turned into your character.
Yeah, why are you?
You be so observant. I'm gonna get you a spyglass. You're just always keeping an eye out, aren't you?
Really? You're going to give me a spyglass?
Toss him like a paper tube.
Yeah.
Sounds like a paper
Is
doll.
there anything vaguely resembling a spyglass that isn't one nearby? Like, it just has to be the vague shape.
Make an investigation.
Okay. I mean, we can talk a piece of wood, anything.
Nice.
But one. But it's not a nat one. It's a dirty one.
I'd say you'd be able to find something in the shape of a cylinder on the boat. I mean, it's not really that hard.
Okay, so
It's not hollow. It's just like a peg.
I just like walk over to the railing and just like from the battle wreckage, just like rip a piece of the railing handle that's like vaguely cylinder shaped. I'm like, here you go, boy, catch! And I like throw it, but it's just a little short towards the water.
And it just you don't want to make it to the ship.
No,
It's
it's just a little short to see what he does.
a little short to his because
Yeah,
Like-
yeah, I'll roll for it.
so
Oh, I got a like dirty 22 on that.
On the
on the throw to try and make it just a teeny bit short.
Okay, so a teeny bit short towards the water, or a teeny bit short towards like the deck.
The water. I want it to be off the edge of the boat, like he thinks he can catch it, but he can't.
This is gonna be bad. He goes to catch it and lets go of this. The boat's being towed, but he does let go of the wheel and kind of dives after this piece of wood, and he catches the side rail of the skiffer and and almost goes overboard, but doesn't. He hits and he goes, "Oh!" He goes, "That wasn't a very good throw, Captain."
So he caught it?
No,
Okay.
just.
I'm
right
like,
into the water.
that was me only extra. You'll have to wait till next time.
All right. My hat keeps messing up. All right. Sorry,
Want
pirate.
to trade me?
No, sorry, pirate hat. We're switching. No, you good. You're the captain, man. I'm just the guy. I'm just the god of the story. You know.
I don't need a hat. I'm just God. Just a humble man.
So, for brevity's sake, another day passes. All of you, everyone on the ship can take a long rest, and you are pulling up to the island of
hunting
Everbend.
people.
On this island. So, as we get closer, who would be on deck at this point in time?
So we're getting close to the island now.
I'm on deck.
Like, you can see the island in the distance.
Okay, I'm standing on the bow.
Okay.
It's like holding my sword up awkwardly long. Just the next 10 minutes, I'm gonna be like, "This was preemptive."
As you come in towards the north side of the island, you can see to the left or to the right of the ship up here in this top corner, there is just buildings that have been smashed. It's destroyed. There is a dock that goes over to this island, but it doesn't seem like there's much going on. What catches your eye is a lot of smoke coming from the island itself in multiple different areas of the island. There is giant columns of black smoke coming up, specifically from this center point of the island here. There's a lot of, it seems like there has been a lot of damage dealt.
Okay. You doing anything right
Would
now?
you relay this to the rest of the crew? Because you're, as far as I know, at this point, you're the only one on the, able to see this at this point.
Okay. What are you up to at the second?
I'm probably just tying.
Okay, so you're up on the boat near me. I look over at you and I'm like, "The island be on fire. Consult your thingamabob about why it brought us here, if you please."
I shake it.
All right, roll a wisdom check for me.
For anyone just coming in, and also for you, he basically gave us a magical artifact that Presley's attuned to. That's basically the magic 8-ball of destiny. He asks it questions, and it gives cryptic answers by writing
one.
in sand.
It's a dirty one, but yeah.
You don't get anything. You just shake it, and you look.
Paul, answer me. Why is the island on fire?
Roll another wisdom.
Dropped it. He dropped his
18.
wisdom.
For context, what was it?
18.
18? Okay, you pass. For context, every time that he uses this, the Terlix Pearl, he has to roll a wisdom save higher than 13. And most of the time he doesn't, because his wisdom modifier sucks.
And doesn't take 10 minutes or something?
Oh yeah, it takes every time that he does it, it takes 10 minutes to attune to it.
Yeah, so
So that was 20 minutes. So you're like, I'd say that the boat that you're on now is kind of over here now.
I asked him for answers, and we're about to make port. He's still like,
Checking it for 10 minutes.
I don't know why that got me. Okay, so you look into the Terlix Pearl, and finally, what do you ask it?
Why is the island on fire?
You see the clouds in the middle kind of dissipate, and you see that same sand, and in the sand it writes war.
"War for change."
So it just says war right in the middle of what you're looking at.
They be having big fight in the middle of the island.
What are you, Jar Jar Binks now?
Incredibly stupider than last time we played. Get hit in the head during the fight.
That's not the character. It's just Presley bleeding through.
So, with that knowledge, what do? You relay this information to the rest of your crew?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
It seems to be there's a war happening here.
Well, why did you bring us to a place with war? I blame you.
Why me?
You have the
The ball told me to.
you have an 8-ball. I trusted you.
Why trust a little ball of blackness?
I look at you and I'm like, you're demoted. And I forget his name, and I'm just like, Dale.
He just looks up from Tiggs and he goes, "That is not my name."
I'm like, you be third in command now. He's fourth. You switched places. Congratulations.
And he goes,
I'm gonna kill you.
"Great." Hey, Presley, scoot back a little bit. Like, all I'm getting is like this.
I think he was sitting further back and slouching when I told him, hey, sit
There
straight
it
so I can
is.
place the camera where we need it. And he's
There
like,
it is.
I got you. How does this look?
Anyway, so you approach the dock over here, and as you approach the dock, I need all of you together. I'm gonna have you roll one collective initiative. Well, except for you, because actually no, you roll initiative for me.
So his is separate than ours, though.
Yes, his is gonna be separate than yours.
All right, add yours.
Is that for both of us?
Then that's for me. Add yours to it. What do you got?
Man, what happened to my whiteboard?
28.
28.
So you got a collective initiative of 28.
11.
11, and I'm gonna add mine to yours, Christian. 15. So make that 26.
26 it is.
Okay. So as you are pulling in off the left side of the ship towards the shore, you hear a cannonball fire, and I want you to do whatever you want to do with these evasive maneuvers since you are top
So
of the
it's
round.
coming at us.
There is a cannon. There's a cannon on the shoreline firing at your ship.
I'll let you say what you're doing first because I'm looking at something real quick. I have an idea.
I try to hide behind the mast and get cover.
Okay, roll a
Like
stealth
the most
for me.
important thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna hide behind the thing that makes the ship move.
He said stealth, 17.
Yeah, you run behind the mast and you
I disappeared.
well done.
All right, so he's hiding behind. Oh, you're behind the mast. I've already planned what I'm doing, so this is just not going to be good for you.
So, because you both rolled a collective initiative, you both are on the same turn. Just to keep that straight, your ship has an initiative, and you can choose whatever you do with your ship, and that is it.
Okay, so I can make a strong wind with gust of wind that
Okay.
is 60 feet long, 10 feet wide in any direction I point. I'm just going to point into the sail, and I'm going to use my one free cast I get a day due to my class feature. And I'm just going to blast wind into the sails.
Okay.
I don't really have to do anything to pass in this scenario because I'm not hitting anyone.
Nope.
I'm assuming so it just wind because it goes whether you hit or not.
Roll me a performance to see how well
Okay.
the ship takes this.
9.
It moves a little bit faster, but
Okay.
not much. Not much to be significant.
But the more important part is my hair's probably flowing now and the feathers kind of swaying on my
Oh,
hat.
the feather.
I'm like, forward! And I just start steering the boat.
All right,
Try
Christian,
Do the dodgy dodge.
you.
This guy's
This
on
is
the cannon.
this is where we bring in Christian's character. Christian, I want you to explain your character for the audience. What does your character look like?
Okay. My character is a high elf, on the shorter end of high elves. He's about 6 feet tall, 180 pounds. Kind of a skinny, muscular looking guy. He's got pale skin and white hair. He's got black lipstick and eyeliner, black nails to match it. He's donned in bronze and black and purple garbs with kind of like a pirate's coat and cape over his right shoulder. He's got 5 guns on his body. He uses his guns to cast spells. and the different size of gun for different sizes of spell shot he's using. He's got his purple, black, and gold spell book to his side and the Book of the Damned in his backpack.
And
I got 2 guns too.
He's a dragon.
Boom. Boom.
he looks like the pirate Joker a little bit. So in my head, I'm imagining like, you want to know where I got these scars? And he's just holding the cutlass.
I'm sorry.
It actually looks really cool. Just the black.
I didn't think about that.
The
Yeah,
mental image of black
it kind of
lipstick.
is. It kind of is Joker-esque in the way he stands.
He's very cool though.
Yeah.
I dig it.
He's standing kind of feminine.
Standing kind of sexy. I don't know if we can get this on the screen anywhere. I'll process it to you.
Send a screenshot. Yeah, we'll get it on the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah.
Really quick.
Why does it echo like that? It felt like a dream. Be right now.
The ghetto. In the ghetto.
So
Thank you. Eric just unlocked the door for anyone that heard that satisfying click sound.
yeah,
Because my neighbors are being physically abusive again. So
I guess I can explain my character's intent too.
yeah, go ahead and do that.
He's
Give us your insight.
like every pirate. He's greedy, but he's greedy for knowledge and power, not just as much money or anything else. But he can be thrown off by a promise of knowledge. He's searching to see if there is a god. And if there is a god, there must be something so bad that the god has to fight. And if these two things exist so greatly, there must be something to learn from them. And if you can learn from them, you must be able to kill them too. His goal is to kill a god, to actually prove himself. He doesn't like high elves because of how stood up and snooty they are, but he's kind of just chill with all the races. But he does
Very
not like high elves,
Very nice.
even though he is one.
So, Christian, you on the shoreline up here by the city of Abbey, you and a battalion under your command are charged with protecting this city from invaders as a last stand.
Okay.
You are standing on the shoreline of this somewhat fortified city with a battalion of people ready at your command to fire cannons.
Oh my god.
And you take the first shot.
I take a shot.
Well, the shot that they already heard that was
Okay.
coming at them, you fired once.
If I'm taking a shot, it's a spell shot, not a cannon shot.
You're not far. You're not close
I'm not
enough
close
away
enough?
for your spells to hit. The cannon fire is going to be your only option here.
He's like, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna make it good.
Yeah, if I'm firing at somebody. I'm not gonna crap around.
So pretty much this first shot was more like a warning shot to see if they were going to fire back on you.
okay, and they didn't.
So far, they didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
what's going through my mind right now? Because I know last time I was not on this island, was I?
No, you weren't.
I was.
Yeah,
This
this-
is just after the big fight. So how many days after?
Probably about a week.
Okay, so I've healed.
Like
I was
fresh.
hurt after that.
Yeah, this is like it's still a little bit fresh in your mind, but the fresh defeat that you took. If you want context, we'll go through that later.
Okay. Hmm.
Do we want to take a quick, 5-minute slow quick recap of that? No. Okay.
We'll make that a bonus.
was
Bonus.
that
We'll
was
make that a
true,
bonus
yeah.
action.
That was a good side campaign.
Yeah, if you guys want to know what happened in the side campaign, subscribe to our Patreon, and you guys can see the bonus action.
So why did I decide to stay a week more on this island and protect them?
You don't really have anywhere else to go.
I don't have a ship.
Poor
Shoot.
boy.
I'm just freaking landlocked. Okay. All right, boys. Well, fire anew.
Okay.
Fire another shot. This one's not a warning, though.
You
How many feet away are we?
you're about 150 feet away from the docks.
Okay. Well,
So like close enough to where they can definitely see you and possibly hit you.
okay.
Christian, I want you to roll a d20 to hit, and I'm gonna roll 4 d20s to hit as well because you've got a total of 5 cannons in the position where you
God.
are.
Oh man. These think are brand new.
I don't know if I'm rolling with anything but 11.
11 just barely hits the ship's AC, but all the other 4
Guys,
completely
your ship's
whiff.
AC's poop, dude. You rolled 4 under 11?
I rolled 4 rolls,
Thank God.
2, 4, 3, and 3.
You should have let me roll.
This is
Front
the new
cannons.
better ship we stole because our old one was.
I got 5 d20s over here. You
But
should-
the ship that you do hit is
Yeah.
the ship that they're towing behind them. You don't hit the flagship.
That's fair.
So
Poor ship.
you aim up and you go. This cannonball sails through the air.
Yeah.
You see this and you're like, "Oh, it's not gonna hit." And then he goes, and smashes right through the main deck of the skiffer.
I holler back. I'm like, "Hey, Chip, little secret. The wheel doesn't actually do anything right now. Can you fix that instead of holding it?"
He's like doing this, and he goes, yeah, I think that would be good. I don't want to drown. So he like lets go, and he's gonna go try to fix the ship on your team's turn.
Right.
So we're right at City of
City of Abbey.
Okay.
Is it still their turn?
150 feet off the shore.
No, that's the end of their turn. They get to fire all those shots, and only one hits.
So it's us now.
Do you say anything to your battalion that just whiffed?
No, I'll just kind of laugh. Maybe a nervous laugh. Okay.
It is now your turn on the ship and the skipper.
Okay. You said we were about 140, 150 out, right?
Yeah.
So as we get a little closer and about 120 gets like right in the edge of their field of view, which is that is my max range on the spell, I'm going to cast Fog Cloud and obscure their vision, try to obscure their vision.
Okay. Does that just happen, or do you have to roll for
I'm
that?
pretty sure it just happens.
I'm pretty sure it just happens.
Yeah, I create a 20-foot radius of fog, spreads around corners, and the area is heavily obscured.
Okay.
It lasts until, basically for an hour, until my concentration breaks, or until a moderate or greater wind, so it has to be at least 10 miles per hour wind, can push it away. So there's a big cloud of fog in front of them.
So yeah, the cannon fodder gets obscured. Presley, is there anything you want to do on your ship's turn real quick before we go?
How fast are we going right now?
As fast as a normal ship. I think a ship's movement speed is like 70 feet per
And
round.
the cloud sticks to the ship. They can't move out of it.
The cloud sticks to you.
Oh,
The cloud's
oh,
around
the cloud's
you.
on
Like,
us.
he pointed and went,
Oh,
wow.
shoot.
Yeah, it's like right.
It's like
In
right
front
in
of
your
you.
face.
Oh, perfect. That's fine. Okay.
I'm just gonna skip action.
Lars looks up and he's like, do we know why they are shooting at us?
Ask your 8-ball.
Didn't Fishboy? Fishboy said there was a war. Maybe we should show that we are friendly.
I was like,
White flag.
how do you normally show you're friendly? Is it a white flag? Do we own a white flag?
Lars looks up at
Yeah.
the flag, which currently hasn't been changed, and
Yeah.
it is still the Hunter flag.
Oh.
But the flag on the skiffer is in fact a Jolly Roger pirate flag, which is why they're targeting that one.
Wait, but it looks like we're towing the boat, right?
They can't tell that from this distance.
Okay.
So it looks like you're being chased by a Jolly Roger.
That's our story, though. We killed pirates and took this other ship. Just to let you know. I'm like, right now I'm whispering it to you. I'm like, we're making it a point. We killed the pirates and we took their boat. And we're claiming the bounty.
Lars looks up and he goes, should I fly a white flag?
It's like, that's a good idea, my friend.
Good.
And he goes,
Yes.
all right. And he runs over
Yeah.
to the mast and he climbs up and he's starting to change the flag. Christian, it's your turn. You and your battalion are.
Yes, we're doing stories.
You can't see the ship anymore.
But I
You can-
did see the Jolly Roger before the fog.
Yes.
Okay. All right, boys. Just keep shooting blanks. I want that ship, I'll tell you. Cover your ears. Cover your ears. I cast Thunder Wave and blast the smoke away.
Oh, okay.
Does Thunder Wave?
So
It pushes 10 feet away
it's
from
it's
everything.
force, so it's
Okay.
So I'm clear. My area is clear on the ship. Or on the
on the land.
Is that considered a moderate wind?
Dude.
Or would it just like push it like 60 feet but still be there?
It would probably push it 60 feet and still be there.
So
But
it's
at
like
that point,
further
it's
out.
It's
clearing
further out.
a ways.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'd say
It
it's
moves.
enough to where you could like
Okay, so
it's
it's
like
definitely not doing the same
So-
effect.
it's like a glimpse.
Okay.
I catch a glimpse, but they can still fire with
You just see
disadvantage.
the mast with the
Yeah,
flag
all of you
on
can-
top of the cloud.
All of you can still fire with disadvantage.
I'll roll for them.
You gonna roll for them?
You're,
All right, go ahead. Roll 5d20.
God. 5 to 20.
Do you want
We got a 15, 13, 11, 7, 3.
3 of those hit.
Gosh dang it.
So all 5 of these go, they fire off. 2 of them go sailing into the water. The other 3 just smash directly into the side. 1 into the side hull, 1 into the front deck. Ship is getting bombarded.
Oh, I told you to miss. What are you doing? Oh, crap.
He's like, Chip goes, Captain, I think we're gonna lose this one.
Boys, better not help my ship anymore.
I'd be fine.
I'm gonna throw him a bucket.
Roll performance. See how well you throw in this bucket.
Ooh. 30-22.
He catches. Does he catch? Hang on.
You better.
He catches it, and he
Okay.
goes, "What am I supposed to do with this?"
Feel like your life depends on it.
And he goes, "Okay," and he runs below deck, and you don't see him anymore. And then every now and then, you just periodically out of like the cargo
Yeah.
window, you just see water go out of the cargo.
And we have the white flag up now, right?
yes,
Okay.
but they can't really see it.
Well, and it's gone.
Okay.
Now that they can see the flag.
That's better.
At this point, the ship is
That's
kind of
nice.
up here in this area.
And I'm just gonna just keep waving at them like this.
All right, Christian, it is now your battalion's turn.
I point back.
Or wait, no, it'd be their turn unless that was your turn fixing the ship again.
While he's waving his hands, I'm like pointing back to the skipper, and I'm just like trying to make out like we need help. We're being chased.
Okay, so he's doing that. I dispelled the fog through the bucket, and I'm just waving like, no.
So that's your turn.
Yeah, that's the turn. We're not fighting though.
It's your battalion's turn again. The fog dissipates, and you can see 3 people at the edge of the ship waving their arms and pointing back to the ship. And every now and then, you just see a pail of water go of the ship behind you.
Okay, so maybe these people do need our help.
We do now.
Sink the ship? I think you're chased now. I was like, well, I guess I'll dismiss a pirate ship, but it's the right thing to do.
You can't see the tow line.
Fire again.
You can't see the tow line.
14, 9, 15, 2, 11. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Give me everything above 11.
Okay.
You can
11
literally
is
see
three.
that no one is on the
Three.
other boat.
So you fire all 5 of those shots.
Wait a second.
Wait, what?
Can I roll for investigation?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'll do it after they fire.
I like how he shoots again. He's like,
Wait a minute.
maybe I should
So
listen to
as
this.
you see 3 more rounds go into this ship.
Yeah.
You
18
go-
investigation.
So you whip out, you smack one of the people
Oi!
after you,
Gimme.
and he hands you a spyglass, and you look out, and you can see that there's a rope tied to the front,
Whoa.
tied to the back of the bigger ship, and it's towing the ship behind it. And then every now and then, you can see the hands of a person throwing water out with a bucket.
Well, rock golden balls. That doesn't look good. Ceasefire!
Yeah.
But,
Ship is gonna be dead.
let's get some help in the water. They probably need it now.
One of your
Probably.
one of your guys, he looks over and he goes, "Sir, do you want us to send out support ships?"
Yeah, all right. That works. Bring me the little ship in the back too. It's still be managed. I still like that ship.
Yes, sir.
We'll take a toll for helping.
And he goes, "Boys, on me!" And he takes 4 or 5 guys with him, and they get into the longboats. A bunch of the soldiers run out onto the dock as you are approaching the dock. We are no longer in initiative order. You get closer to the dock, and they're kind of like standing there, like asking you, like, "Throw us a line, we'll tie you off." And Chip is
Dead.
How much damage did that boat take?
Chip is
The last brigade. They took like what 7 shots in all.
Yeah, but it was a smaller ship. So as you pull up, the skipper looks bad, and go ahead and I want you to on the ship to make me a perception.
That sucks. 3.
Yeah, you
A 9.
okay. So you're pulling up, and they tie you off, and you can see the soldier that greets you. He is dressed in tattered, worn clothes. His hair is greasy. His face is dirty. He looks like he hasn't had like a nice day to himself in a long time. And he just comes up and he goes, "What are you doing on these waters?" He's like, "Who are you?" Like, and he looks at you. He asks you, "What are you doing on these waters? What faction do you belong to?"
I'm like, So I don't know about the faction. We be but humble hunters, as you could probably see before we changed our flag to surrender for y'all. I'm like, we were out on the waters. We know you've been at war here. We assume pirates are part of your problem.
He pulls out his sword and he
Yeah.
sticks it like right in your
Yeah.
chest, and he goes, "If you're an outsider, how did you know about the war?"
And I just look at the billowing column of fire, and then I look back at him, and then I look at the column of fire, and then I look back at him, and like, he just, just very perceptive.
And he goes, "Yes, fair enough." Sheaths his sword, and he goes, "Captain, you might want to see this."
It seems we've got a freaking genius out here. Oh wow, the island's at war. How's the ship doing though? We sink that thing? Is it still floating shape?
Roll investigation on a skiffer.
When they figured it out, I'm gonna be like, so we took out some pirates. We didn't damage their boat. We were intended to turn it in for bounty before you shot it full of holes.
He's like, "Well, you're not going to find much of a bounty here, right?"
Oh, whoa. Yeah, you can turn it in for bounty. We can take it.
now."
You're talking to the right man here. This is the right crew to be talking to. I want to get off this freaking.
So he looks over and he goes, "Are you sure, Captain?"
Yes, I'm sure. That works. All right, boys. Looks like I'm going to take like 3 of you, but we got to get it moving first, right? Because does she still float? I got a 1.
So we got a 1. So I'm gonna cast Distort Value, which is a cantrip. It only affects a 1 meter radius. Basically, like it's only for small items. So I'm just gonna get like as close as I can to one of the damaged parts and try and make it look a little bit better with this cantrip, even though that's not really what it's for.
Roll percent.
Yeah, because I can't make the whole boat look better and worth more,
Right.
but I can maybe make that fix a little, a little better.
Right.
Is it performance?
Yeah.
Not 12.
It looks a little bit. You kind of patch one of the holes.
Oh, it's illusory.
Oh, so it's just an illusion. So
Yeah.
you walk over to the deck and you just kind of
Yeah.
like illusion a fix in one of the holes in the deck.
Yeah,
and
it's-
you just
it-
kind of like standing.
It
next
basically
to
makes that item have less dents and makes it look twice as valuable, but it can only affect small items. So it's just this one spot looks like very pristine.
Nice.
Okay, so only 5 shots hit out of 7. Wait, no, 6 out of 7.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm like,
Yes, Captain.
Yeah.
Even with a repair, I don't think it's really worth it.
I'll be fine.
well, then what do? We can't just leave it here sitting. I want to get off this freaking island.
You're right.
I've been at war for a week now. I'm tired.
We're all tired, sir.
I look back at you, I'm like, well, if you be telling me a good place to sell me boat, I could be persuaded to ferry you for cheap somewhere else.
Really?
On our nicer one.
Well, I know a place a little upstream you might be able to buy a fair bargain for. Close to the strongholds we go.
Alright. So I get like, do you want to meet there, or are you just gonna swim out here and grab the rope, or
You're at the dock. Like,
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
like-
we did dock?
Yeah.
I think we just
Okay.
hop on and ride up the stream with you.
Alright. Can we do that? I guess that's what we'll do.
On we go, boys!
The place that what was your character's name again?
Rail.
Grail.
Oh, I guess we don't introduce each other yet.
Yeah, you haven't introduced yourself yet.
That's normal. I don't know how either. We're trying to act like not pirates.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah.
rubbing a spear, like, good hunting utensil this week.
When do we introduce?
You can introduce yourselves if you want.
Oh, Captain. The wizard pirate Grail, but don't tell the boys that. They aren't too fond of pirates.
And I'm like, I be Captain Fisherman Big Spear Face.
Fisherman McSpearface, eh?
Roll deception and you roll against this
Can I roll wisdom against or intelligence against it?
intelligence.
17.
Oh god.
Dirty 17.
I got a 7.
Oh, you're not fooling me. I can see a captain when I tell.
Like,
Those boots are one of a pirate. That's a weapon of a pirate. You're a pirate. Those teeth, disgusting.
I was like,
Breath is foul. Stick it to me.
I lost my toothbrush in the fight.
I
And
respect
took
the
his
pirate.
clothes. Oh, okay, we're good then.
These boys don't take too
Wait,
fond of themselves, but I mean, they follow me. Ain't they?
So, at this point, Grail, the only place that still has somewhat of a society hierarchy system where a ship could be bought or sold, you would know to be the stronghold of the elves of Riverlook,
What type of elves?
high elves.
Gosh darn it.
and the High Elves. After the, like I said, if you want context to this, subscribe to the Patreon. After the battle at Telith, when the city of Telith was lost, everyone kind of like split up and said that they were just going to defend their own, and the High Elves helped the war effort for about a month or two, and then after the loss of Telith, they kind of retreated back to Riverlook to protect their own. So you would know, you've been on the island long enough, you would know all of the places that you
Yeah.
could go, but the first one that pops into your head is Riverlook.
Well, boys, good news, bad news. The place Riverlook will have what you need, but those salty little pricks that live there, they aren't too fond of me. They got something, or they want something I got in this bag of mine. I didn't steal it from them, though.
Right.
So maybe they'll pass us for a second.
It was like, would you like to sit below deck and enjoy one of our gourmet meals? And it's just a big bucket of bananas.
Well, that's not my kind of thing, unless there's meat involved.
It's like, there's probably some alcohol down there. I'm like, is there alcohol down there? Just yelling to like whoever.
Lars is under ship and he goes,
Yeah.
"None for you."
None for you.
Well, the issue is here, they'll sense our presence. I got quite the hot item in this bag. So unless you got any warding spells, well, I got shield and magic armor, which none of those will protect us from this.
You said 5
One of the guards of your battalion, he walks up and he's like, "Captain, you really want to go to Riverlook?"
Well, worst thing that happens is we get thrown in there for 5 to 10 years, but
5 to 10 years is nothing to an elf.
yeah, nothing.
How is the ship on the back looking right now?
Full of water.
I
And Chip has not said anything.
I hold her back and I'm like, Chip, swing over here real quick. I'm like, okay. I'm gonna swing over to go get him.
All right, make an investigation.
If you drown, I'm gonna be so sad. 15?
Yeah, you walk over to the ship, and in said ship you see there's a lot of water coming in through the side of the hull, and kind of not in the water, like his bottom half is in the water. You see a Chip knocked out up against some barrels in the lower hull.
Okay, so he's knocked out, but he's not drowned.
You need me to get him.
Well, I'm already over there, so I'm just gonna grab him.
Okay.
And I'm going to try to come back
Roll
here
strength
with.
to see how if you can pick him up.
Okay. I'm decently strong for a bard because my build is weird.
Quite.
Would you
Ken?
That's all right.
That's what I put this down for. I might use that there to make it quieter next time.
I mean, you kind of pick it up. You struggle to pick him up, but you get him over your shoulder and you start to carry him out.
Okay. As I get back to the edge, I'm going to let's see. Cool. I'm going to cast Levitate on him, which is I can make a creature that weighs up to 500 pounds, basically just free float.
Nice.
As a second level spell. So I'm just going to do that, and then I'm going to grab the rope, but I'm going to try and act like I'm still holding him with all of my strength, and then I'm just going to swing over.
Nice.
Use the second level spell for that.
Just to look like I did break a sweat.
Nice.
Holy, that's a strong bard if I've ever seen one.
Good.
Okay, so I got one idea. They'll sense us no matter how close we get. I think it's like 120 feet, probably to detect us. Maybe we can use some arcana to hide it, but I'll have to do it actively each time they search for me.
The captain goes, "Well, we don't know what other cities on the island have survived. You could make for you could make for Philanth. That's a port close enough to Riverlook. You would know the general layout.
Yeah.
You would know that the best ways to get to Riverlook, if that's where you want to go, via land, you would have to go either through the wilderness this way, where there's no legit carved out path to get through the backside of Riverlook, but even then you couldn't take the boat with you, or you would go through the city of Midtown, which is currently the front line.
Yeah.
where they are fighting the enemy's forces.
So, boys, we had a few things in mind. I explained that to them.
Yeah.
But the High Elves do have some things in store for us. I mean, we could... You like plundering?
I'm gonna turn around, and as I turn around, I just like pull my sword out and like cut the rope to the other boat. And I turn around, I'm like, point me towards the boat. And I'm gonna let go of Chip, and he's just gonna keep floating there.
Gosh, don't worry, the ship's over.
The ship is actively sinking at the moment.
I didn't want it to pull us down by the tow line.
Freaking heck.
I'm sorry about your luck, but you shot the boat a little too much.
Lars
all
pokes his
good.
head up and he goes, "So you're just going to cut away your ship, just
Yes.
like that? You have no emotional attachment."
I was going to say we could swap the ship.
The bow of the ship is like in the back of my mind, but like, it's alright.
I was thinking we could leave me on that ship while
You
you
see-
go to the High Elf so they wouldn't detect us. But now we need to land and just walk up the
The
basin.
skipper too, you see the nameplate on the side just goes into the water.
So just good.
Plan B it is.
pull out my hurdy-gurdy, and I'm just like not saying anything anymore. I'm just like playing it. It's like just like staring at it. Sing.
As it sinks.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Scuttled ship. All right. So the floor is yours.
Well, the ship's gone. You got a big one now, but you seem kind of preoccupied with the hurdy-gurdy. We can go to shore, ride up, walk up, and go to the front lines to get you some repairs. But or we can screw the High Elves, but we'd die.
I look back and I'm like,
We'll be fine.
I look back and like I'm like trying not to cry, just fighting. I'm like, and then I'm like, we don't need repairs anymore. It's too late.
They have good divers here. We could salvage her.
I'm like,
He's crying too.
This was my only ticket off this blasted island. No. I sunk your ship. Least you could do is take me off here.
Roll a persuasion.
Well, boys, I'm not
Am I rolling
charismatic, but I
against
can
it,
be
I
lucky.
guess?
Just roll again. Just flat roll against him.
How's a 15 do?
It's one too short.
Shoot.
So
Okay, that.
he's a little too salty.
Yeah.
That you sunk the skipper too.
Yeah, when you say that, it just like my song just it stops. Just put the hurdy-gurdy back, and I'm like, it's gonna cost you
What's it supposed to be?
money. Money favors women. What do you got?
What if I told you? What if I told you I knew of a cannon that could fire spells? A swivel cannon, or an upgraded swivel cannon, that I could man for you.
And what of your compatriots? How many of them are there?
Oh, screw these boys, I don't want
These
them. They just need to fight the war, a war I won't die for.
How many of them are there?
I mean,
Seven?
in the entire city, there's like
No, the boys that are with me.
Yeah,
oh
the boys
yeah,
are
there's
there.
like 7.
Okay. Are they privy to this conversation?
They're kind of just like minding their own business.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious I don't care for them too much, but they can hear me, of course.
Those
What are they thinking?
They're in a good. They're good soldiers.
Yeah.
They spoke. They're like good children. They spoke. They're seen but not heard, and they spoke when they're spoken to.
Oh, these
Okay.
boys, the one thunderclap away from being in the water.
I'm like, do you think any of them might be loyal dissuaders?
Well, being how we thought you were pirates, and being how they don't like me for being a pirate, and being how this is their home and they want to die here, I don't think they'd want to come with us.
Okay. So I'm like, so what you're saying is they're going to be more trouble than they're worth?
No, they won't do much. They're fine.
Okay. So do we need to deal with the problem now or let them off somewhere?
I see what you're talking about. I reach down to my side, pull out a blunderbuss, swirl it around.
This is the time for diplomacy.
Coffees.
I'm like, no, time for diplomacy. I need you to gather them all near the edge of the ship for some sort of meeting. And when I say, hey, jump away as fast as you can.
Do you want to leave the ship?
No, we're not leaving the ship. They're leaving the ship. Like, just get them together near the edge.
I only got one shot of the spell left anyway, so.
I'm going to redo my special.
Me boys! Got something to look for over here.
He goes, "Men, attention on!" And then they all kind of like walk over to you, and they're like, "What'll it be, Captain?"
There's something really shiny in the water down there. What is that?
Roll deception.
Look off the end of the boat. You're going above and beyond what I expect to hear.
5.
He rolled a 15. He goes, "Well, the ship just sank. There's probably something on the ship, sir."
What do you think it is? You think it's worth getting? What if it's like gold or something? What if it's gold that can get your family out of poverty?
He looks at you and he goes, "The entire island is poverty right now, thanks to Marcescent."
Your family's more important.
Don't
Anyway.
speak his name.
So how are they congregated?
And he
right now?
goes,
Don't speak his
he
name.
kind of like looks down and he goes, "Sorry, sir."
That rotten tooth. Boom.
And he looks down and he's like, "Sorry, sir. Oh, it won't happen again."
I'm going. Do your work, bud.
Oh, do you just like jump back and yell
Yep.
that?
Yeah.
Gust to win.
Hey, do they have to make a save?
I believe so. Let me pull up the save here. What it is exactly. Okay. A line of strong winds, 60 feet, 10 foot wide, blast in your direction. Each creature each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away.
What's the save?
So the save is, I guess, my spell save DC 13.
Fail, fail, fail. 3 of them fail. 3 of them succeed.
So 3 of them are yeeted off the boat.
3 of them go woof off the boat into the water.
Okay, as a bonus action, I can change the direction of it. So instead of just going this way now, it's going to go kind of like this. So the ones already in the water are being pushed down, while the ones that are still on the boat are still being kind of pushed back, so now they have half their movement speed.
Okay.
So,
How many's left on the boat? 3?
yeah.
2 of them lose their grip and go woof into the water. There's only 1 left.
Well, you had your chance, bud. Cover your ears. I launch Thunder Wave in the sky, and it blasts it pushes 10 feet away. They have to make a 15 Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
He rolled a 13.
He's knocked into the water.
Okay, so it goes,
Pretty violently.
yeah, how much damage does he take from that? What was that, a 3rd level spell?
No, I mean, it's 2nd level. Or it's
Okay.
1st level, I'm sorry.
Still not great.
2d8. It's 15 damage for that.
Ooh.
Sorry, love.
He goes, "Ooh." The ship is now cleared of people.
And I just snap and the wind goes straight down and it's just pushing straight down as we sail away in that spot for the next like 60 minutes.
How many boys are on the ship with us? How many guys are on the ship with us?
On the ship right now, it is Chip, who is unconscious, Lars, and you 3.
How many of them are within...
And Fafnear.
And Fafnear.
But Fafnear is asleep.
How many are within 15 feet
How many are within 15
of
feet?
me?
Not many, that you blew him off the ship. How many of these people are
Yeah.
within 15 feet?
Yeah.
Probably all of them.
I can only save 2.
Okay, so who you gonna save? If Chip's unconscious, if he takes
I don't know
damage,
this guy at all. I would save him and Chip. I see Chip and I see him.
okay.
They have to roll a 15 Constitution saving throw.
Roll a con save.
Oh, or you get blasted too?
15 on save.
Oh, so that's not the one that's like a cone. That's the radius one. Oh, you're
Nah.
not.
No. So he takes 15 damage and is pushed 10 feet.
Where were you at though? Were you like?
All right, let me pull up the diagram of the ship.
He said he was hiding behind the mast earlier. Are you still there? No. Okay, where were you? You think? Just to
I
see.
guess like you're just right next to y'all.
Okay, so oh god.
Dang it.
He walked over to see what was happening and just whoosh.
So this is where I would have to be. We went to what part of the ship? Front or back? We're at the back
Yeah,
because
it's
it's
wherever
sunk
you
here.
let them.
So they were standing here. I jumped 10 feet away so you could blast them without hitting me.
Yeah.
Then I blasted them because they were still in radius. So I'm like right here. That was where I was envisioning.
Okay, I would be over near the wheel, I guess, because I said I was steering the boat away from them as
Okay.
I blasted them. So If I'm here, he's here, all the guys are drowning here, where do you think you were blasted from?
I was probably like coming up the stairs and he hit it and I just.
Okay, that Frick pushed out you back into the cannon.
Yeah, he peeked up the stairs and got blasted into the cannon trying to just see what was happening.
Nice.
And he takes 15 damage.
15 damage plus he hit a cannon. What happens, DM?
15 damage plus you hit a cannon. Roll. Actually, I'll roll it for you. 15 plus 8. You take 15 damage from the thunder wave, and you take 8 points of bludgeoning damage
Oh my
from
God.
smashing into the.
Oh, bro.
Yeah.
39.
Oh, shoot. Screw you. What? Double one health.
He's a paladin,
Oh, shoot. Okay, we're cool. Woo!
which I'm still
I
surprised.
told you to cover your ears. Sorry.
Oh, now you look for people. People.
Oh. Oh, I don't know when it's the time to mention it, but there's 2 things about that magical cannon I didn't tell you yet.
You want to search everything. You're just in fantasy battle maps right now.
Pirate. Look at this, man. Pirate stuff.
We could all just pick a piece to be us if we wanted. Can I be the little hat? Since I have the hat.
That's cute. Can I be the gun, little flintlock?
Okay.
Since I mainly use those.
Yeah, so
Yeah, drop them on there like Monopoly pieces.
there's the hat.
Next, we're on the other side of the boat.
Flintlock.
Mhm.
Flintlock.
I guess we've moved since things happened.
And Khovnos, what do you want to use as your character?
I'll do the cutlass.
Cutlass.
Pirate swords.
Do you need to make them a little bigger?
Oh, I will.
Okay, I was saying they're very hard to see. Nice. I'll figure out a better solution for next time, but this is just what
I
we
think
have
there's
now.
people on here. I just
Yeah.
have no idea where.
And you can upload custom images too, so we
We
could.
get our characters in there.
Yeah, we could get a little JPEG of our character. So JPEG. Yep.
Jar pig.
Look like I know what a JPEG is. I just want a picture of a goddamn hot dog. All right, so I guess you two it would be standing up here. I need a piece for Chip and Lars.
Okay.
Chip is gonna be this pirate bandana. He seems like the kind of kid that would wear a bandana.
Okay.
He's just like floating next to you.
Shoot. That was a
What?
bad spot to be. I think
Yeah, I used
protected
levitate on him earlier, and I've never dispelled it when he was like
And Lars is gonna be this tiny little hook. He's below deck at the
Okay, and one quick request: open catalog again.
Okay.
Can you just place that monkey somewhere?
Do you want a monkey?
Do now.
Maybe later.
Maybe later. Okay.
I might be persuaded to let you have a monkey later.
Okay.
Okay, so this is where you all are on the ship at this current point. You can zoom in a little bit. Give you guys a little more perception of where you are at this moment. Anyway, so. Dang. Alright. Khovnos, you got a lot of, like, just, boom, bam,
I was just like,
slams up into it.
What's happening? Oh!
Oh, imagine like the other Fusroda ragdoll. It's
That's just Boost Roda.
got limbs sprawled out, somersault in the air.
Yeah, it's great.
That'd be a cool build. A Dragonborn character that casts spells by using Dragonborn.
Like a barbarian with some spells.
That'd be cool.
Toon!
It's in my mind now.
Alright, so now that you guys have cleared the ship of any unwanted foe, you are free to do whatever you want.
Well, boys, a promise is a promise. I told you I'd get you that cannon, but there's 3 things we need first. You have a swivel cannon. Anyway.
The one on the front's a swivel, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a swivel harpoon.
Oh, it's on a cannon?
Well, it's like fitted to be a harpoon right now, but it could be.
We just need the cannon.
Okay, so swivel just means it can turn. How
Yeah.
loose is it? Is it like real loose and real quick
It's
to
like
go?
WD-40, I think.
it's like the swivel cannon can see like this front cone. Of
I just
the
want to
ship.
know if I slap it, if it'll just be like, and just go.
It will. It'll go.
Yeah. Yeah, I give it a good slap. Just, just
Oh, you're at the back of the ship.
Huh?
Do you want to be at the front of the ship?
Yeah, I'm gonna like quickly like run and grab a rope, like swing over and slap it, and just
Yeah, that's what it does.
just very dramatically.
Yeah, that's what it
That's
does.
my answer. I don't say a thing.
Ship is currently moving.
Okay, so that's one of the three things. We need the cannon, we need the materials to actually make it shoot magic bullets, and we need the blueprints for that thing. So
How long would that take?
good news, bad news. I heard about the rumor of making this weapon at the front lines, so I think the blueprints can be found there. And I know sure as heck those high elves will have everything we need to make it.
Yeah. Lars goes, "We're going to see the high elves."
If that's what you want to do first, but we
Mars-
should probably use the blueprints first.
Lars is a human. He's gonna look up and he goes, "The high elves do not like my kind."
It makes two of us. Except my kind is just sucks.
Okay, I'm like, how do they feel about sea elves?
That's what he
They're not too favourable your top either.
What about Tritons?
It's not going to help whatever you're. They just hate
They're
you.
just more fishy than me. If they don't like me, they ain't gonna like you.
I mean, maybe they're like some type of fish more than a fish.
Not really pescatarians.
And he goes, "Listen, they will smell you before we even get to gate, so
those sense of shit.
you will be quiet."
We're going to need to get some disguises at the front lines when we go there first.
I whip out my disguise kit like this is the moment I have waited for my entire life. I just whip it out and there's like little outfits hanging out of it. And I'm like, I have waited so long. I just like start throwing like pants and hats and stuff out.
Okay,
Yeah.
so just for
This is me moment.
just for the sake of like getting a plan together, you all being the captain, you need to like what is your plan moving forward?
To continue to be the plank instead of having one. I keep shoving everyone off. Instead of making them walk the plank, I just force them into the water. It's amazing.
So he says that Garth,
What is
Rail.
Grail.
What is it?
Grail.
Okay.
Grail says that the blueprints for said cannon was rumored about on the front lines. The front lines being the city of Midtown, which is here.
Yeah, I could care less about this island. I'm just interested in this cannon he's telling me about. So I'm all in on that. What are you thinking?
I'm down.
Yeah, we're all in on the cannon plan.
So you dock, if you dock where you just pushed a bunch of soldiers off into the water, you're probably going to meet resistance.
They don't know, and they're never.
They know me.
Those soldiers are 60 feet below the water right now.
Well, word hasn't gotten back to them yet, so
Yeah.
they're still privy me.
So
Will they be privy to you if you show up missing your compatriots?
I left them guarding the coast. Couldn't leave the coast unprotected.
Should buy it some time. I'm like,
Lars goes, "You are one sneaky little."
Well, not charismatic, but I just happened to get lucky.
I like you.
That is. Lars kind of like face palms and he goes, "What have I gotten myself into? I should have let you kill me."
Oh yeah, just so you know, I did this same maneuver on Lars's crew. He was hanging onto a rope at the edge of the boat, and I gave him the ultimatum of drown or join us. That's why he's here. So,
Did sea elves drown?
He's
Oh,
he's a human.
Oh, what?
I'm the sea
Lars
Oh,
is
you're
a
the sea elf.
Yeah.
Okay,
Lars
Lars
is
is
a
a human.
human.
Oh, they're really not going to like any of you. We need to. So the man I'm out on the front lines is
Chip
that
is
man
also
who
the human.
rumored me about. This man's knowledge is pertinent. He told me about the Book of the Damned on that island offshore. He told me about this blueprint. He may even know a way to get past the high elf.
You're referring to the general.
I'm referring to that freaking general.
do you want to be docking somewhere else other than the dock, though? Because won't they become a little suspicious when they don't show back up and our boat be there? Because we got to come back for it.
Your ship, Captain.
So is there somewhere else we can dock nearby the city that we see?
You can dock off the shore. You don't have to necessarily be at one of the docks. There are cities that have their own ports located around the island. But other than that,
Like a little cove or anything?
yeah, I mean, you can. I mean, down here,
Okay.
in this area. I mean, you being one of the army's captains, like you would know, like you would be privy to the island, and you would probably have a map of the island on hand for battle strategy or whatever. Right here in this little cove area next to Midtown, there's a forest that grows right next to the mountains where the dwarves live.
Okay. I do like dwarves.
So it is up to your discretion where you would like to try and dock your ship.
Well, being as the dwarves are kind of trying to hide out during this fight, it may be a good place to stow the ship. It's not the battle, just the land.
Sounds good to me. Any objections there?
Can I sleep? I'm hurt.
Have you not found a doctor yet?
I lean down and I'm gonna be like, "Shh, sweet summer child," and I like rub my hand over his eyes and cast healing word, and at the same time I try and slap him and knock him out.
Roll to hit, and how much points of health do you give him? Healing word. You're gonna heal him and immediately take away like a point of bludgeoning.
No, I want him to go to sleep. I don't want to take health away. I just want to.
Oh, you just want to knock him
I
out?
just want to knock him out. Shh, and then heal him.
Okay, roll performance.
Okay.
And however much you heal him.
1d4 plus my spellcasting ability modifier. So
Does he have resistance to being put to sleep? I can't be put to sleep.
Yeah, he's
5
just
plus a d4.
Most of his abilities are
Right.
water based since he's a trident.
14.
I'm a trident. A trident.
Trident, same thing.
Okay, so I heal you for 9 and I hit you for 16 to try and knock you out.
You don't knock me out.
You just smack the side of his helmet.
Let's go.
Wait, are you wearing a helmet? You never really like.
What do you look like, Preston?
Yeah, you never like describe to our newcomer what your character looks like.
Yeah. We haven't met yet. Maybe we should meet.
Oh yeah, we should describe both our characters. So you go first, meet
Also,
him, and then I'll.
I'm just gonna leave it in because it's funny. But Presley, his face has barely been in frame this whole time. It's been like the top
It
of
was
his
centered on wherever he was sitting earlier. I don't know where.
I can see his face now. But like for the majority of it, it's just like the top of his head, and I can
Yeah.
see the A on his hat.
If you want to be slouchy, that's fine. But like, let us set the camera up there next time. Like, I was like telling you, like, sit up how you're gonna sit, and I guess you sat up too much. So like, if you don't want to actually sit like that, don't sit like that. Just kind of pick a comfy spot next time, and then we'll get you in it. But it is what it is now. All right, go ahead.
All right, I'm Don. My character is donned in bright white shining armor with gold trimming along the edges, with the crest of Tritopus smack dab in the middle, with a helmet with big old like lightning bolts on the side, kind of like the Flash helmet, but better.
But better.
Okay.
Nice. Tritopus sounds like it would be a really cool pop drop island.
Yes, it would.
That's the crossover. It's Tropica D&D.
Yeah, that's our first sponsorship.
Tropica.
Well, are you guys like introducing, or like, are you just like?
I would
giving
like
a
to hear your
description?
character introduce yourself too. Yeah.
Yeah, like introduce yourself to him, like. Meet
I am Khovnos Vomus Sabamnath III Jr., son of King Sabamnath of Kingdom Tritopus.
Oh, so we've got a few geniuses on board. Good to see my mom gets along here.
Don't put much stock in his brain. It's all about his brain.
Well, as long as he's a good shield.
He does make a nice meat wall.
I've had fun.
Meat wall. That's a term I never want to hear again. Bringing me back to Terraria days, the Wall of Flesh.
Flesh.
That's favorite, bro.
If you like meat walls, check out the check out the most recent episode of my campaign's name.
Bro, what do you mean recent episode?
It'll be up soon.
3 months later.
Yeah, you want to see a meat wall. What the frick is it called? The Windless City.
Windless City.
That's what it is. Go check out the Windless City.
You love it that much.
It's the other campaign on this.
The Forgotten campaign.
Maybe one day Christian will have a campaign too. But who knows?
Star Wars campaign.
Star Wars campaign. He's doing a Star Wars campaign. All right, we're getting off topic. All right, so you all, I guess, collectively decide that down here is the best spot to park your ship
It being the front lines, which way is it the front lines?
Front line here.
So
Because the last big battle where all the generals were pretty
Yeah.
much like, we're kind of giving up.
we got pushed back.
It
from the
was
river.
you got pushed back from Teelith north up to mid,
Shoot, so our forces are heavy along the coast, and we're being pushed out to the sea, away from.
away from the center of the
We're
area.
losing. Okay.
But Midtown, the south border of Midtown is the front line.
Okay.
We're
So
there.
that port right there is gonna be pretty well blocked.
This is a bridge.
Here. I'm sorry. I guess I could move my mouse.
Yeah.
The
Show
port
me where
we're
you're
docking at.
And it's broken. I think the battery in that hose
It is. I took it out and blew it. So there you go.
More batteries on the shelf behind
It is
you.
a battery. Okay. So if we
it's
are
good.
here and the front line's here and we're being pushed out to sea, this port along the coast is going to be pretty heavy. Except by
The dwarf.
the dwarves. We'd have to dock on the dwarves' land through the tree lines and then out to Midtown.
Correct.
Okay. Makes sense.
Is that what you would like to do? Come up here and
But yeah, we'll have to go through the dwarves.
you would know that King Dongard is not very fond to anybody.
Sorry.
Everyone in D&D is very racist, apparently. King Dongard is not very. He's very stingy. You know, he's a dwarf.
Yeah.
He's very stingy. Cares a lot about precious metals.
Proud.
And doesn't really want to help anybody that's not a dwarf.
Yeah.
Well, are we going over here in the trees, or are we going like actually to there?
Well,
Kind of at the edge of both.
kind of at the edge of both. Yeah.
So are they gonna mess with us here?
They may not if we stick to the trees.
Okay.
That's what I'm betting on.
Okay, I guess I'm talking to you, not to him. So I'm like, all right, I guess let's go for it. It's better than having our ship impounded.
Yeah, impounded up against the rocks by King Shorty.
That was a good one. Forgot to laugh, but it was good.
Chip is still unconscious, by the way.
No. Little bugger.
All right, so
Do we have time for a short rest while we're coming into port here and sailing? I guess.
yeah,
Okay. While we do short rest, I am going to use.
How long is their short rest?
8 hours.
8 hours is short rest?
I think. How
It's a
long
long
is the short rest?
That was like 4.
Is it?
That was 4 hours
That
too.
makes sense.
My long rest is 4 hours.
Okay,
So
that's
that's why I
probably
was asking.
4 hours.
So basically, I'm gonna play my hurdy-gurdy and sing a little song while I'm using Song of Rest. Basically, any creature that hears my performance regains hit points, gains an extra 1d6.
Higher.
So everybody gets an extra 1d6 of health.
Okay.
Now you just roll it.
Help. While we're resting, I'm gonna go meditate and read the Book of the Damned
Pretty much
and Primordial. Please tell me when I can learn something from it. Because right now I'm just reading and trying to grasp it, but it's like it's taking from me. I feel like I should lose health when I read it. There's got to be something that it's a trade-off for.
Yeah, you'll find out eventually.
Yeah, but tell me when I can read it or actually understand and use the principles in it.
If only you had the Book of Life.
If only it wasn't kamikaze destroyed.
For anyone wondering.
More context on that in the bonus.
Gosh,
sections.
Yeah,
darn
that's all
it.
we keep mentioning.
We
It
didn't-
wasn't supposed to be an off-camera actual important thing, but we liked it so much we made it canon. So
It was
we'll
like
tell you about
DLC.
it in the bonus action.
Strong DLC.
We'll tell you about it in the bonus section. Anyway, so
Maleficent, Millicor, whatever his freaking name is.
Recessant. Yeah, so you take your rest. You get to the shoreline. You drop anchor. Lars goes, "Do not take offense to this, Captain, but I want nothing to do with whatever you are about to do. I'm going to stay with the ship."
Roll insight on Lars right now.
Could you
Okay.
human?
Can I use Divine Sniff to see if I...
I got a 4.
Can I investigate why he's being weird?
Yeah.
Can I use Divine Sniff to
So
see if
he looks like he's being sincere. He just doesn't want to put himself in danger.
I rolled an L. A natural one.
Well, let's see here.
I don't really care anyways. Okay. We could use the human.
For what?
I know the bolt wouldn't matter.
I suppose.
Wouldn't hurt to leave somebody with a ship, though.
Lars, You see that voice crack?
Oh.
Lars doesn't. He just like he seems genuine to you. He just doesn't want to put his life in danger. He wants to stay with the ship
Okay.
because he's hearing about war and all this stuff, and he's like,
Between the short rest and that, did Chip wake up? See?
yeah. I mean, if he took a short, like, I mean, he was unconscious. So if any of y'all did anything to heal him, he would have like come back
Sure.
awake. And would you have done anything to heal him?
He did the.
I did my
voice.
performance.
Oh, so yeah, no,
So
he
you
came
get
back,
a D6 from
but
that,
he's still pretty rough.
and then the short rest would be whatever his hit die is.
Okay, so he got max on that. Okay, he's all right. He's
Okay.
seen better days,
Okay.
but he's moving again. He goes when he wakes up. He's like, oh, Captain, what happened?
He's like, you were very dedicated to saving the boat.
Jump cut. Jump cut to back. He's paling and he gets hit in the chest with a cannonball.
Oh god.
Yeah. I think we shot at you earlier.
There's a big circular dent in his armor.
Yeah, he's got. Yeah, it's pretty bad. And so he goes, what are we doing?
I was like, you've got two options. One is wade into war for glory. I said the other option is keep the boat safe with old Dale here.
He sits up and he goes, war? Is my mom okay?
I was like, she lives here, right?
Yes?
Which city she be in again?
Well, when I left her last, we were in the Eastlands.
Which one's Eastlands?
Down here.
Far right.
Oh, that's the part that's already been like wrecked all the way to here, isn't it?
Well, the war offensive
Broke out.
started off in the lowlands and kind of went north.
Well, so good news, bad news, little buggy. Penny for your thoughts. I flick him golf because I kind of sunk his friggin' ship. Your mom may be on the coastline down there if she's stuck smart, but there's a chance that Miller frickin' whatever his name is went hard right and has already taken over that part of the island.
And he goes, when did this happen? I've only been at sea for 3 months.
Well, it happened pretty shortly after you left then. I just got here by accident a few weeks ago anyway, so welcome to the fight.
He goes, he kind of just sits down and he goes, I think I need to process this.
Yeah, well, it kind of sucks when the god of death starts to kill your family, doesn't it?
He looks up and he goes, what? You see like a little tear starts to come out of his eye. This boy is only like 16 years
He's a
old.
very fragile flower, and we promised to help him like take care of his mom if he was a good pirate. We would pay him to support his mother.
Oh, I'll count this as a cast. I don't know if he has a gun or not. I flick him a shield bullet. I say, put this to your head and shoot it if you get in trouble. Trust me?
He looks at it and he goes, and he like pulls out his flintlock and he goes, what?
It'll come in handy later.
And then he goes, do I put it in now?
That's what she said. But, do you feel in trouble? Go ahead, load it up. Go ahead, load it
And he
up.
goes, okay. And he like loads it in and he's like, okay. And he like puts his flintlock back and he's like,
So do you want to come with us and potentially find out more about your mom, or do you want to keep the boat safe?
and he goes, he's like visibly shaking and he goes, yes, I guess.
Lord.
Let's go.
It's all right. I look back at I'm gonna be like, Dale, if anybody comes and you feel intimidated, feel free to sail and come back when the coast is clear. We'll meet you nearby here.
And he goes, this is quite a large ship to sail by myself.
I'm like, then just be diplomatic.
I will do my best. My name is Lars.
All right, Dale.
And he just goes, whatever. And like goes below deck. Now you are docked. Dale is watching the ship. You are free to do whatever you want from here. So, what would you all like to do?
Well, the obvious option is just head straight to Midtown, grab our parts, and get out of here, but that's only sounds simple.
What's the problem?
Chip goes, well, I know. I mean, I grew up on this island. I used to do mail runs through Midtown.
I'm like, I don't need to know about your prostitution days, boy.
And he goes,
He's
he's like, listen, there's a faster way that we can get to Midtown from where we are right now. There's an old shortcut that we used to take through the woods behind Lagaria.
Okay. Looks like the boy is a bit useful. Glad I didn't kill you.
He goes, "What?"
But don't worry about it.
He goes,
Don't worry.
Please tell me you're joking, right?
There have been several accidental times.
I was like, it was why you were fly.
And before.
I was having a nice dream. Anyway, jump cut. For time's sake, I say you guys would you would disembark from the ship into the snowy highlands of the Dungard's Keep.
Dungar.
The Dung Dung Guard.
Sorry.
This is what I have to deal with. This is-
Every time you say Dungar, I'm going to do that now. Continue.
Okay. You know, in times like this, I think, what would Matthew Mercer do? I don't even think he would know how to handle a group like you.
I was going to grab my vest.
Anyway.
Box, but it's not important.
So you guys disembark. You Chip kind of looks at you and goes, "All right, I suppose I'll take the lead. I know how to get to the shortcut from here. It's about half a day's journey from here."
Well, all right, let's do it.
He goes, "All right, awesome." And that is where we are going to end today's session. Thank you so much for tuning into the Dungeon Master's Tavern. Tune in next time to figure out what happens with Fafnear, Flint, Khovnos, and Grail. Thank you so much. I've been your DM, Eric.
Oh, sorry.
I've been Khovnos, Presley.
I've been Flintbeard, Andrew.
I've been Grail, Christian. Thank you guys.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.